Was seen the morning of August 30th, 2006. The same morning, Cindy Schultz-Yedis says she found her husband dead. That morning, Marathon County Sheriff's Deputy Jerry Bone responded to the call about a suspicious death in a Town of Hall home. When he went inside, Bone found the body of Ken Yedis in bed in a pool of his own blood. He said that from the markings on the body, it appeared the victim had been shot.
After initially checking, returned to my squad and got on the phone and called the duty lieutenant asking for detectives to be sent to the scene.
While investigators were at the home, Cindy Schultz-Yedis went to a neighbor's. A deputy testified he found her sitting in the living room, and she appeared to be very distressed.
She was very, very concerned about the condition of her husband.
Oh yeah, how she looked. I'm sorry.
She looked. She appeared to be crying.
Deputy Woodward says he talked with Schultz-Yedis about what happened. She told him that after finding her husband's body, she tried to call 911, but the phones didn't work. That's when she went to the neighbors to get help. The prosecution argues that Schultz-Yedis killed her husband out of greed to get money. The defense contends that 5 men are the true killers. Live in Wausau, Sabrina Lee, News 9 WAOW.
All right, thanks, Sabrina. An area pastor is being honored by Wisconsin's governor for her work fighting domestic violence. News 9's Adriana Daniel is in Wisconsin Rapids with the story behind the honor.
Pastor Cheryl Davis of the First English Lutheran Church in Wisconsin Rapids says she is honored to have been awarded the Courage Award. But that courage didn't just come from herself, rather the community and the churches around her that helped raise her family. And that is why she is one of 3 people who were honored by the Governor's Council.
Well, it was kind of a surprise, especially the part of the courage, because I've never felt particularly courageous.
Before becoming a pastor, Davis was in a relationship she would later define as domestic violence.
I was married very young, a week over 18, and by the time I was 25, I had 3 little children and was in a situation of great control.
Now, 41 years later, she is a pastor and working with area victims of domestic abuse, sharing her story and tools she used to regain her self-identity.
I'm at the point where I don't mind sharing and enjoy being able to give other people hope.
Davis was nominated for the Governor's Council Award by Sue Sipple, Executive Director of the Family Center, a shelter for abuse victims.
Is that she has taken that experience and turned it into a desire to help others that are going through domestic violence.
Sipple says the recognition from the Governor's Council brings awareness to the issue.
We can't do it alone. No individual can do it alone. That we need allies in the communities.
And while Davis appreciates the recognition,
my kids are all successful and good parents, and they're good marriages, and their kids are being loved, and they never see abuse. That is success. To get an award for courage is nice, but seeing your family doing well is success.
Now Davis hopes that this award and others like it open doors for survivors to share their stories of domestic abuse and bring an end to domestic violence. In Wisconsin Rapids, Adriana Daniel, News 9 WAOW.
Thank you very much, Adriana. Well, Tony, we saw plenty of sunshine. Just a beautiful day out there today.
Yeah, we'll take it. It was pretty nice, a little breezy, but let's enjoy the view right now from the top of Rib Mountain up with our Granite Peak camera, looking down toward the Highway 5129 interchange there on the west side of Wausau. Good visibility tonight. Still some nice pockets of color on some of the trees, so that's good to see. And the satellite radar view is showing some cloud cover lingering in far northwest Wisconsin, basically up around Ladysmith and Park Falls and over toward Eagle River, just west of there actually, and that's going to slowly move north tonight. Most spots will have clear skies later this evening, and temperatures are dropping a bit now, down into the 50s in many locations, although Wausau still at 60 and Wisconsin Rapids 61. Our winds are from the southwest around 8 or 10 miles an hour. They're starting to weaken as well, and it'll be a little chilly tonight. Be sure to grab a good coat as temperatures dip down close to 40 degrees with some scattered clouds returning late tonight. Here's a sneak peek at tomorrow with our Pick City forecast over in Merrill. After a cool start, should get back well into the 50s with some cloud cover. Brad.
All right, Tony, thank you. Happening today and kicking off in just a few minutes. In fact, the City of Wausau's Finance Committee will discuss what items make the cut in next year's budget. That meeting gets underway at 6:15. We'll be tracking it and bring you the latest tonight on News 9 at 10 o'clock. Well, new at 5, an area woman tells police a burglar broke into her Clark County home and attacked her. Police say it happened on 4th Street in Owen at about 1:30 this morning. The woman told detectives while in bed she heard someone rifling through her dresser drawers. Then a struggle broke out and the burglar tried to suffocate her with a pillow. The burglar reportedly ran off when a child walked into the bedroom. Anyone with security cameras or who saw anything unusual is asked to contact the sheriff's department. Well, it has been 1 year since a 24-year-old was murdered at Devil's Lake State Park and still no arrest. Investigators say John Schmutzer was stabbed to death in an apparently random attack while he was hiking alone. The Sauk County Sheriff's Office marking the occasion with an update earlier today, saying they have 8 DNA samples collected from potential persons of interest.
I'm very confident that the science of DNA and evidence analysis, it's progressing at warp speed. If we don't get the tip that we need or the lead that we need, we will clear this case with DNA with new technology.
Lieutenant Chris Zunker says witnesses have reported seeing a man who they since dubbed the Runner at the time of the murder, wearing dark clothes, a mask, and ripped black pants. Anyone with information is asked to call the Sauk County Crime Stoppers. A retiring lawmaker in our area gives the nod to the Democrat he wants to see replace him in Congress. U.S. Rep. Ron Kind is endorsing State Senator Brad Pfaff. This comes after another Democrat, Eau Claire businesswoman Rebecca Cook, got in the race. Republican Derek Van Orden, a former Navy SEAL defeated by Kind in 2020, is running again. Kind has held the 3rd District seat for more than 24 years. The Department of Natural Resources reminds hunters to know their target. Archery and crossbow deer seasons are currently underway. DNR warden says antlerless elk are most commonly confused for being large does, and a young bull elk can look similar to large bucks. Any elk taken without a tag may result in a fine and a revocation of your hunting license. A bill introduced last week by state Republicans takes aim at homelessness by making it a crime to temporarily live on public property. News 9's Brittany Slaughter joins us now live from Wausau with what that could mean here.
Yeah, good evening, Brad. Assembly Republicans say that this bill will actually help end homelessness because it will provide more safe places for homeless people to live. But on the other hand, the bill puts new rules in place for organizations that rely on government grants to help.
Pastor Cheryl Davis of the First English Lutheran Church in Wisconsin Rapids says she is honored to have been awarded the Courage Award. But that courage didn't just come from herself, rather the community and the churches around her that helped raise her family. And that is why she is one of 3 people who were honored by the Governor's Council.
Well, it was
All right, some technical difficulties there. We apologize for that. We will check in on that story a little bit later. All right, program in our area school is making sure students know they have options after graduation. Plus, an area ice cream shop is celebrating its success. How it's paying it forward. That's when News 9 at 6 returns. despite pandemic hardships, Carl's D's Soft Serve in Stevens Point is celebrating, saying they've had their best ever year. To do that, they're offering customer prizes. The Soft Serve shop is giving out Packers lottery tickets with a purchase of $10 or more. And if you receive a winning $700 ticket, Carl D's will also throw in a free trip to Orlando with nonstop airfare.
And great staff here. We have a lot of hardworking employees who work a lot of long hours, and just a great community. The customers love us, we love them.
They will be closing on Sunday for the season before opening back up in December for chili season, and credit their customers and employees for being Wisconsin proud. A new program in the Northwoods is getting students more exposure to the options they have after high school. The Rhinelander School District is offering what they call Inspire Rhinelander. It's designed to encourage students to find the best option for them after they graduate, whether it's entering the workforce straight away or going to school. In the program, students have access to opportunities like job shadowing and mock interviews. The superintendent says it's all about preparing kids for the future. Let's take a live look at downtown Wausau. The sun is setting on a beautiful October fall day. It's nice to see the sun today. I would sure like to see it some more. Tony's going to join us next with a look at the forecast and hopefully some good news on the sun front.
You're watching News 9 WAOW at 6 with Melissa Langbin, Brad Hansen, meteorologist Tony Schumacher, and sports director Alex Stewart. News 9 at 6 continues.
A bill introduced last week by state Republican takes aim at homelessness by making it a crime to temporarily live on public property. News 9's Brittany Slaughter joins us again from Wausau. Hopefully we've got all our issues ironed out. Brittany, tell us more about what this could mean here.
Yeah, good evening, Brad. Well, Assembly Republicans say that this bill could actually help end homelessness because it'll give homeless people a safer place to live. But the bill also puts new rules in place for organizations that use government grants for funding and for help. Under the proposal, anyone living on public property could face a $500 fine and 30 days in jail. And that's drawing the concern of area homeless advocates, saying they hope people won't go into hiding and instead seek them out for help.
We have a shelter facility that can serve 32 people, including a family room where it can accommodate 6. So hopefully the people will come to our door and to the door of other agencies in the community that can serve people.
Another provision, organizations that use government grants to fight homelessness could lose part of that grant if they don't meet certain criteria. That includes increasing the number of homeless people and families securing apartment housing, increasing the number of homeless people securing part-time or full-time employment, and reducing the number of homeless individuals and families returning to homelessness after participating in those programs.
The people that are out on the streets, they're there because they typically can't afford to get a place to live. So that's what we help them with. When they come to us, we help them become self-sufficient, and I think that's a much better plan.
Shredinsky saying she wants people to know, regardless of the bill, there is a place they can get help.
So we're hoping that, we don't take a political stance. We exist to live, love, and serve, and we serve without discrimination. So we're hoping that the people that are out there are seen and they are referred to us.
She said they offer a variety of services to help people get back on their feet and follow through to make sure they don't fall back into homelessness. And the bill is still in the early stages, so if it passes the Assembly, it'll go to the Senate before being sent to Governor Tony Evers' desk to be signed into law. Brad, back to you.